This is Healing with Sunshine. I was feeling like my day today was a bit messy. Just everything just didn't go quite the way I was planning it to go. Nothing major, but you know, I think that's going to show up in my project today. It's not going to be typical. And I don't know, but I'm going to talk through it. Okay, first I start off and I'm going to put blessing onto this canvas because I'd like it to offer healing when you are watching this. And I would also like it to offer healing when you look at it. That being said, let's start. Alrighty, I don't think I'm going to pick colors. I think I'm just going to put stuff on here. We're going to see how it goes. I'm feeling like painting with my fingers today, so that might sound crazy to some of you, but anybody who knows me knows that I painted my healing room with my fingers, the walls. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, that's a good bit of paint on there. So I'm going to put my fingers in the water. We're going to see what happens here. This is fun. I'm not sure how your day is going. I hope it's a good one. Mine's just been kind of confusing. I feel like stuff is just being weird right now. I don't exactly know what's going on or how certain things have happened and come about and all of that good stuff. But that's kind of how I do my art anyway. So I'm going to talk through it and we're going to see what goes here. That's kind of pretty. I'm not sure if any of you paint or like to paint or draw or anything like that, but I definitely process a lot of emotions through my artwork. I process a lot of my emotions through my hands too. A lot of emotions for other people, I guess, through my hands more than anything. But I learn things, a lot of things, by touching them. I think that babies are born that way, you know. They put everything into they pick it up, they feel it, they kind of check it out, look at it, and see what it's all about. And then sometimes they even taste it. I haven't tasted my paint. I don't really want to taste the paint though. But a baby might taste it if it was here. Someone new who didn't know that paint was yucky. I guess I don't even know for sure that it's yucky because I haven't ever tasted it. All right. Now I have a lovely background with lots of colors. Okay. After I do this, I kind of look through and I see what is kind of standing out to me, and I go with it. I don't really know why. This kind of looks interesting through here. It looks like water almost. Kind of the waves maybe crashing up this way together. So that's kind of cool. So let's accentuate that. All right. Then over here, I see little hearts. I have hearts popping out and everything. So I have a heart over here. Accentuate that. I have one here, so we'll accentuate that. This one's almost perfect already. Situate that. I think I might put a little water on my fingers. Oh, that turned out good, actually. Huh, maybe I won't put water on my fingers and redo it. That one kind of needed it. All right, now I kind of see all of this, pouring into the center here. It's kind of neat. I love painting and doing things from dark to light with my process. I like to paint the whole thing dark and then pull the light back out of it. Because a lot of times, I guess I'm dealing with it like I'm dealing with my emotions. It's like the dark stuff shows up, so much when it's, there and available. So it's like you got to dig through some of the garbage inside your head sometimes and find that light. So I guess that's why I like to do it this way. And I love using water with it. And I know that that might be, crazy too, but that's okay. But there's just something about using water because it does, I think it helps process emotions as well. I really do. Water's cleansing, water's purifying. It does offer comfort. At least mine does when I make it into coffee. Sorry, I'm an addict, y'all. I love coffee. I don't put stuff in it, so it's okay. I'm not drinking cream and sugar all day. Well, this is turning out kind of cool. Now I'll spin it this way and see a different perspective, which also is kind of how I process emotions. I go through what I see and I try to figure out why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling and, what's actually behind what I'm feeling instead of, the thing that's in the forefront of what I'm feeling. And I don't even really know where I'm going with that, but I guess it'll come back if it's supposed to. But anyway, I think this has turned out really neat so far. It'd be nice if this was interactive. Oh, I know what I was talking about. I wanted to, about weeding through emotions and dark to light and all of that. But it's like every time I get through something really, really deep and dark, or what I think is deep and dark. Now that's all relevant as far as what anybody finds deep and dark. And I do indeed recommend that you visit a doctor if you are, in a deep, dark place and suffering with depression or something of that nature. This is not intended to take over what a doctor has going for you. I'm just helping you in addition to you working with your doctors. That being said, I feel like putting my emotions onto a canvas it's like it gets saved in the memory of the painting or the drawing or whatever. And that energy can come out and just kind of bless the space where it's hanging. Didn't intend to move that. Back. Here we go. All right. I don't know what I'm seeing yet. It almost looks like this is coming up out of water, like the water around it. Maybe that's what it is. It looks like maybe, ooh, maybe it's a lifeboat. I like that idea. It's the lifeboat. But you know, did you see how I just created that lifeboat myself though? It wasn't somebody else that brought it. That's for sure. So maybe if you're feeling down or blue, you could take something and create something with it. And see if you can't leave your emotions on the page. And leave the healing for the emotions on those pages too. I don't know, I'm kind of liking it. Kind of sort of looks like a boat-ish. Like it's coming through the waters this way. No, I swiped it too many times. Try that again. Here we go. It kind of looks like water more, I guess. I don't know. And I love the fact that little hearts appeared in the middle of it. I think I'm kind of finished with it, honestly. We'll see if something else pops up and I'll record more later if that's the case, but I think noticing that I am creating my lifeboat is pretty cool. I can see it coming through the picture right now. This kind of looks like the top of it to me. Right here, and it's like all the, it's like love coming down and pouring over. And like this could be the front of the boat kind of going through the water. That's the way I'm seeing it. I don't know if you see it that way. It doesn't really matter if you see it that way or not. You seeing it how you see it is kind of how it's supposed to be anyway. But that is my take on putting some emotions on this paper. Wow, canvas, I guess. I don't really know where this is going, but I do think I'm going to keep painting. I keep seeing more details that need to be enhanced. And I'm going to go through here and get some more waves in the water, I think. Show exactly how turbulent that water is. Or can be sometimes. It's not really turbulent right now, but I often wonder how other people think about things. I do know that I'm told quite often that the way I see things isn't the way somebody else would see it. And that's okay. But sometimes I think that can make it hard, seeing someone else's point of view. And I think seeing someone else's point of view is important too. Because look, we'll change it one more time. And now this direction, it kind of looks to me like a wing coming up. like flying through the sky of some sort. So perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. One little quarter turn, and it turned into something completely different than what it was when I started. And when I started, I didn't even pick my colors. I just, picked up whatever was sitting there. I think I picked the pink one. The other color, two colors, I didn't really look at what I was picking up. But perspective is definitely everything. It changes everything. Sometimes we're just too close to see what we're trying to see. And sometimes we're looking for something that's not there. And sometimes we are creating things that we don't know we're creating. And sometimes what we think is right is wrong. Well, I don't want to say right is wrong. Fact-wise, we may not have all the facts. I don't like to say people are right or wrong. I'm learning not to judge. It's been a big endeavor for me, learning not to judge. It's a way of life as far as how I grew up, and I didn't even realize that that's what it was. But it was always, contacting, oh, so-and-so had this happen. Let's contact the people from the church, and let's put them on a prayer list, and let's call everybody and let them know what's going on. And it's like the prayer chain was actually kind of like a glorified gossip line. Never understood that. But I've spent my entire life believing that I didn't do it while I was doing it. Isn't that funny? How that works out sometimes. We're doing the exact same thing that we think is somebody else, but it's not. It's us. Us doing stuff. Accusing people of things while we have things in our head that we just don't understand. We just perceive them incorrectly. I don't like what I just did there, so let's put that back. See how that turns out. You have this color over here. Looking that good. I could go in the center here. That's pretty. I think that's the right choice right there. Alrighty, that looks better. It's kind of fun too. But I love the fact that I noticed the hearts again. When I was talking about judgment and me learning not to judge other people and that kind of thing, well, and myself, I should say myself, the hearts popped up into my vision again. And that just reminds me to look at this with love and to look at everything with love because, well, I mean, why not? It's a whole lot easier to deal with looking at things with love than it is to look at them with anger, fury, whatever else you might be, anxiety, thought processing, overthinking. Those things make it harder. I do like the fact that those hearts showed up for me to put some stuff on them again. All right, changing that point of view again. Hmm, that looks different. Now it almost looks like there's something bound here, in the center of the boat. Isn't it funny that there's a heart there? Isn't that interesting? That the heart is behind the bars. That's kind of interesting. I believe with all of my heart that that's kind of how everybody's living right now, is with their hearts very guarded. I trust no one, including me. I don't trust anybody either. Um, I don't know. Very, very guarded though. They're not sharing love, that's for sure. Not unconditional love anyway. They might be sharing love, but there's a big difference between what somebody thinks is love and what actually is love. To me, love is a state of being, more so than a feeling. And that confuses a lot of people. But I think that, I don't know, I know it makes my life just such a better place to live in love and to just be able to share love whenever and to whomever. There's a big difference between me loving you and me liking you. I have love for you. I have love for mankind. I have love for our planet. I have love for God. I have love for, my pets. I have love for the trees. I have love for all sorts of things. And I like a lot of those things. But I also don't like a lot of those things. I really don't. Believe it or not, I have met animals I didn't like. I have met plenty of people I didn't like. And I don't know if I've ever met a tree that I didn't like. I kind of think all of them are pretty. But I don't know. I had love for all of them, though. I wouldn't let any of them sit there and starve. I wouldn't let someone sit there and harm any of them. I wouldn't. I don't know. I've been questioned about that a lot in my life, is why be nice to somebody if you don't like them? And it's because I love them. And I know that that may not make sense to a whole lot of people. And people think that love is a feeling, but it's just not. It's not. I mean, it is, but it's not. Not just that. I always taught my kids that we didn't have to like each other every day, but we definitely loved each other every day. And I have a hard time not showing love to people, even when they don't deserve it sometimes. I'm not saying that nobody ever deserves it, but very interesting, the thoughts that come through my head when I'm painting. They're not necessarily congruent, as you may have noticed. But they're not in my head anymore, and that's what really matters. Oh my gosh, now this looks like a shoe with the shoelaces if it had eyelets over here. Just reminded me of my Chucks from, what, 6th or 7th grade. I did bleach on them. I made them pretty, artwork, and I Colored them. This is fun. Look, I started talking about love, and my favorite shoes that I ever made came out. It was an old pair of Chucks that I had, and they were falling apart. And I made them. I even think that when the sole came out, because I used to mess around with the skateboard. I wasn't really ever good at it, but anyway, it got messed up from, they have the grip tape on them. So it got messed up on the sole, and I didn't really have money to buy shoes. And I think somebody either gave me Keds, or maybe my mom got them from somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, I had these Keds, and I didn't like them, and I didn't want to wear them because I wanted to wear Chucks. I didn't want to wear Keds. I wasn't a Keds kind of a girl. And I cut the sole off of it, and I put it onto my Chucks so that I had a brand new sole on my shoe. Yeah, that was me. I didn't want to throw away what I loved. I wanted to keep it as long as I could. And I did. I kept it till I couldn't keep it anymore. Or keep them anymore. It was only one shoe that had the Ked sole on it, though. The other one did not. It just had the regular sole on it. Now, the front of the toe is there. Kind of like that. There. Now it kind of looks like a shoe. Kind of doesn't either, but that's okay. It's fun to take a trip down memory lane and remember my shoes that I colored and bleached and cut and taped and got new laces for. My laces were beautiful. I think the laces had hearts on them. That was about the time I had my California raisin jeans that I painted. Or no, I drew them with Sharpies. It's funny, that's when I first started drawing with Sharpies. I still draw with Sharpies today. Haven't moved on since 7th grade. Now I have moved on since 7th grade. I just haven't moved on from loving Sharpies, I guess. Alrighty. Well, I think that's it for today. And this is my project, and I think I'm finished with it. And I thank you for coming on my trip down memory lane. I think I need one more shoe eyelet here. No. I like 3 on one side and 4 on the other. But I think that's what I'm going to call this one, is Memory Lane. Thanks for being here. This is Healing with Sunshine, and I appreciate you listening and being part of my healing process, and I hope it offered some sort of healing to you too. Please like, share, subscribe, and I don't know, heal. Have a good one, y'all.